Welcome to the Blind Spot, everyone. Happy Sunday. Thanks for tuning in. This is a good Sunday. This is a great Sunday. We got a good guest coming in, Chef Le-Roux from Houston, Texas. And before we get to the guest, I want to go ahead and just go over a few current events with Definitive Safety Group. All right. So the exam dates for Definitive Safety Group for the Food Manager certification are up for April and May. All right. So go ahead and check out Definitive Safety Group. Our website is www.com, Definitive Safety Group. And just go ahead and check out the website, see what we got going. Okay. There's a lot of things going on in the world, so keep your people safe. Russia is doing what Russia does, and we just need to go ahead and just make sure that we're keeping our families safe. All right. Um, with that being said, I don't want to take up too much time. We're gonna just jump right into it. Okay. Our next guest on the Blind Spot is a very special guest coming all the way from Houston, Texas. Um, he's been chefing it up for a few years now. But I just want to go ahead and introduce our next guest is Chef Le-Roux, all the way from Houston, Texas. Okay.
What's going on? What's going on, Definitive Safety Group?
What's going on, Chef Le-Roux, man? I
I've been
appreciate
shipping it up all my life, by the way.
all your life.
Yeah.
but
Going
no,
on.
man, appreciate you coming on the platform, chopping it up with us. Uh, let's just jump right into it. You know what I'm saying? Just tell people, what you're about and everything, and we'll jump right into it.
All right, so a little bit about me. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, family rooted from Louisiana. Kind of grew up cooking, looking at uncles, aunties. Like my family was a pull up your sleeves and get into it. Video games coming in, cook. So that's where the passion for cooking kind of came from. It kind of, gave me that even with all the madness and the chaos that's going on, it still gives me that vibe of family, even though we
Yeah,
can't get together, like and have a moment. So,
yeah,
and it's also like that peaceful therapy
mhm,
for people. Like some people don't get it. Chefs are some of the most introvert people, but this is the way
mm,
we kind of express ourselves.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, definitely.
And then, going from your inspirations, what started you from cooking? What's the main meaning of LaRue? What's the
So
meaning of LaRue?
So LeRoux, and
Hmm.
so we get into my heritage side. So I'm half French, half Indian. Well, Indian and black mother side, father side is French. But
Mm,
LeRoux is in French, the roux, which in the Creole culture is the most important part of the dish, the roux.
hmm,
So like
hmm,
gumbo, your roux is important. Your etouffee, the roux is important. So the roux is the most consistent base of the dish. So the roux is LeRoux in
hmm.
English, you know. So people be like, well, why you call yourself, Chef LeRoux? I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I'm the roux. I'm the one put it together. So
Okay.
shit, like
You
that.
the base. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
I'm the
that.
base. I'm the base.
You're the
So
base, the
yeah, yeah.
foundation of
I'm the
everything.
exactly. So without
Okay.
that,
Okay.
the roux is not gonna stay afloat. So that's kind of where
Mhm.
everything started out, and I I
Okay.
was I was happy I came up with a name that I liked for a business that I was passionate about. Just put it that way. Yeah,
Yeah. That's
yeah.
what's up, man. That's what's up. And then, even during the formation of your business of LaRue, what would you think are some of the obstacles or challenges that you have faced?
Man,
Starting
look,
this thing out. Trying to do the catering thing. What are some of the obstacles that came your way?
let me be honest. When I started this, man, I just wanted to cook. That was
Hmm.
it. But the
Yeah.
back end, the work, the dedication, it's not for the faint at heart because you have to factor in um, the slow weeks, the slow months. You're getting your business off the ground, so you have to make sure everything is registered with the state. You have your DBA, you have your LLC. You're protected with your taxes because at
Mhm.
any day, if you're not running your operation the right way, you can come and be shut down. And this
Yeah.
is your livelihood. This is your money. So literally, with you being, my boy, but at the same time, definitive safety group. I'm like, hey, put me in. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
I need to know what to do and how to do it. But I wish, like, even as culture, like being an
Mhm.
African American male, um, we as Black people would share more of our stop hiding the secrets. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah, yeah.
it's not as difficult, to get things started off the ground because even like these seminars, I see people go to these luncheons and stuff like they're going in there and they telling you stuff that you already know about yourself or you're a
Yeah,
great person and you have all these different things and
the
stuff like that.
motivational.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to hear all that. Like, tell me how to get to the
Yeah,
money, like,
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. And so that, to me, like getting it off the ground is just basically staying dedicated to why you started it. And
Hmm.
again, if you're a procrastinator, which I am, I'm working on things,
Work.
like being better at
Not
time
perfect.
management. But
Yeah.
you have to put in that work. You have to put in that grit. And
Hmm.
when you
Hmm.
think you came up and you made a little money, it ain't time to spend it because
Yeah,
around that
anytime.
corner, it could be real slow.
Yeah, it could be.
But at the
Anything
same
could
time,
happen.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Anything
yeah,
could happen. And
yeah,
that's what we try to tell people at Definitive Safety Group at DSG. You know what I'm saying? Just be prepared. And
yeah.
that even comes with starting your business. You want to be prepared. Even rolling into the next question, that kind of just rolls right into it. Right now we on, America's on the brink of war. We got two juggernauts almost about to go head to head, almost about to be World War III. How has this conflict in Russia and Ukraine affected your business over here in the United States? Just tell the people, even if you keep up with it or not, but
Yeah.
it's affecting you some type of way. But
Man,
how?
it's affecting the pockets.
Tell the people, tell the people, man.
Man, look, if I buy one more gallon of gas, I don't know what to do, man. Like I promise you, this gas situation, it
Yeah.
has turned into it, on top of like going to the stores and literally food prices have like went up by
Hmm.
the cents, by the dollar, and I'm just watching the rise because I'm going to the store every day, and I'm like, God.
Yeah.
So I think literally the world as we knew it kind of like ended at the beginning of COVID, and we didn't get a warning. We didn't get nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so it's
Yeah.
kind of behoove. Like, I pride myself on being raised to kind of adapt. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
you can't
Yeah.
sit up there and be like, well, all the world and shifted and changed and I
Mm.
just can't make it. No, I didn't come from no weak bloodline. So basically, like the way Russia has kind of affected everything
Mm.
is financially. Like people have extra bills. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like we have bills that we already had that has went up so high. You know what I'm saying? Like my insurance, car insurance, went up almost $100. I'm like, I ain't even
it's,
drove nowhere.
it's
I ain't done
crazy.
nothing. But like you got gas, you have,
Hmm.
man, just that gas alone, man, is
Yeah.
depressing. But
And it's,
at the same time, you got to stay afloat. But we're not making enough to
yeah.
pretty much, stay
Yeah.
afloat along with all the, with all the inflation that has happened. I would say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Russia,
Yes. Running a
Russia
business.
affected us a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, running a business is a hustle, and like you say, you just got to adapt to certain
yeah,
changes that
yeah.
come with it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So, back to the food though, because everybody wants to know about the food, bro.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah.
without too much detail, what are some of your favorite dishes to create? Like, is it, you don't have to go too much in detail giving away recipes, but
Yeah.
what are some of your dishes that you see your customers like or that you like to make for your customers?
I think for me, like I don't even have one particular. I think it's the range of creativity that comes with it because I'm building everything from scratch. It's Creole cuisines, and so building from the ground up and like seeing other people do different things, and then you find your little niche,
Mhm.
and then you make stuff your own and stuff like that. So I think for me, it's just having that creative range take something that people love and just kind of make it different, but still
Mm-hmm.
unique, you know,
Yeah.
to the customer where their taste buds are like, man, jumping. Because I'm real big on like, if I don't see reaction or when I bite into something, it don't give me like continuous flavor throughout the bite, I don't
Mm-hmm.
want it, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm the same in that critical way with myself. You're gonna get some things right, you're gonna get some things wrong, but at the end of the day, you know where to start
Mm-hmm.
at and where to stop at. Like you're like, okay, this didn't work. I'm not serving, I'm not serving it to nobody. But at the same time, you can find something that might have potential, but it might not be ready. So it's not ready to release. So that's when you still continue to create and
Mm-hmm.
continue with their recipe. It's just never ending. So it's
Yeah.
like if you asking, kind of like asking a painter, like what inspires them to paint. What inspired them this day might not inspire them 2 weeks from now. You get what I'm saying? Like so,
Yeah. It's
it's
all
just it's
creativity.
all creativity. It's
It's
a
all
it's an art
creativity.
form. Yeah,
Yeah,
art
yeah.
form.
And then once you see that reaction, like the old saying says, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You just
Yeah,
run with that. Just run with that recipe. Run with that item. Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a lot of the food industry is very popular. It's a lot of people trying to do what you do. Uh,
Everybody can't cook. Everybody can't
everybody
cook.
can't cook.
Can't
Huh?
cook.
Just because you got Instagram and a stove,
Man, look.
don't mean you could
Yeah,
cook.
don't mean
Yeah.
put
But
it
no,
up.
what would you tell somebody that can cook though, that's trying to get in the business? What would you tell them? Beware of what kind of advice
Do
would you?
your do your research. I
Mm-hmm.
would say just as hard as you want to go in on the cooking side, like you want to cook. That's how I started. I just wanted to cook everybody, events or whatever. But do your back end, like make sure you have your, you registered, you have your business registered, you got your DBA, you work on your LLC, invest in yourself, and don't take your time. Like you're not racing nobody else, you're racing yourself. Like so
Mm-hmm.
trust the progress, so you can see your mistakes when they little. So when you get larger, you get bigger, your clientele grows, you not making those same, careless mistakes. And it's not careless. I think we're imperfect human beings, so we're gonna all make mistakes. But you have to identify when you've messed up. Like if I
Mm-hmm.
do something, I know I dropped the ball on it. I'm straight up with my clients. I'm like, hey, that it wasn't my intentions. Stuff fell the way it fell. Um, my apologies. I can do 5 or 10% off. I can't do 20 because this ain't free. But like you do little stuff, to and be big on customer service. Because if you're
Mm-hmm.
not big on customer service, ain't nobody. I don't care how good your food is. Ain't nobody coming to do business. Nobody's gonna do business with a bad attitude
Yeah, but
or
with that
know it all.
customer service, how do you handle the unruly customers? Like sometimes it's not your fault. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
Agree.
it's on the customer. The customer's not always right. How do
The
you
big,
handle that?
the biggest law that I kind of adopted for myself is remove all emotion from business.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, they can be unruly, but you're being professional. You get what I'm saying? Like you can't look, even if you know the person, even if that person is your friend. When it comes to your business and your business name and what you are kind of displaying to this person, for as the food, the presentation, the way you kind of interact with them, that
Mm-hmm.
is based on your business. That's not you. You notice when you're doing business, you have a business account, you have a personal account. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
Yeah.
when you're in that personal account, you become that old ratchet, raw person that you want to be. But when you're in that business account, you're in your money.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
don't mess or compromise your money with what,
Mm-hmm.
like your feelings are telling you to say. You get what I'm saying? So if somebody's coming off the head with you and acting crazy, have your contract straight. Make sure,
Mm-hmm.
like when they say, you say, "Well, I'm sorry you feel that way," blah blah blah. You sign the contract.
You
So if you
sign.
want to go to court, we can go to court. Like you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But you give that professionalism, and that takes you a long way because somebody could be watching the way that you're doing business or handling that nasty situation and want to pick you up and do business with you just off of that alone. Like
Yeah.
so that gets you that it takes you a long way, and it's hard to suck up and kind of do it. But I didn't see like business owners go off, deep end with people just on some personal like
Yeah.
You know, if you don't touch me, we all right. Like, you know, that's that's the only thing I was
Control
looking
your
for.
emotions, man.
So,
Control
so
your
yeah,
emotions.
take your emotions out of it, but don't even have them. Be like, hey,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
here to
but
do
man,
business. I'm here to make that check. You know, you provide your service, get your payment, get your deposit, and get your money up front, people. Like, if you're doing a service, you need a deposit. You
hmm
know, put some type of writing in it, some type of jargon. Stop talking to people over the phone and being like, "Oh, well, we had a verbal agreement." What? That's
no,
not gonna hold up nobody. Go ahead,
no,
like,
this is business, man. We need it on paper. We
man.
need it on paper.
And
But
that
no,
keeps you
man.
from rolling up on people doing, you know, illegal
Mhm.
stuff, you know, for your money. So
Yeah.
just to go by the books, do it the way that you're supposed to do it, and
hmm
treat it with a professional, you know,
hmm Yeah.
approach it with a professional mindset. I would say at all
Exactly.
times.
Exactly, bro. And
Yeah.
I gotta say, man, you've been professional this whole time, this whole conversation, man. We appreciate you coming onto the blind spot.
For sure, for sure.
Where can people find you at? Like your Instagram,
All right.
Facebook?
Okay, so yeah, so Instagram, TikTok, Facebook are all pretty much the same handles. It is LeRoux HTX, and that's LeRouxHTX. And you can find me. I give out some great gems for recipes
Mm,
sometimes, but y'all gonna pay
something.
for these cookbooks in a minute.
Cookbooks on the way, man.
Yeah, we on the way.
Cookbooks on the way. But
Yeah,
yeah, man, show some love, man. Follow my boy Chef LeRoux on
thank
all
you
his
for having me.
platforms. Share the video, subscribe, like, and share. All right, that's the only way we're gonna grow, man. I
That's
appreciate you
it, man.
coming on, man. Appreciate
Appreciate
you.
you, brother. You say keep doing your thing, man. I love to see it.
Always, man. Always. We're gonna get you back on here we're gonna have to do something on set, you know what I'm
Man, we
saying?
cooking next time. We gotta cook.
Already, brother.
All
Already.
right, man. All
But
right, man.
appreciate you. Hey,
Thank you. Thank
appreciate everybody signing on to the blind spot. And we're gonna see you guys next month.
you. Will do. All right, brother.
All right.
All right.